gentlemen, coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet, this is the Gaming Saloon for November 29th, 2013, with your hosts, Peacemaker2448, Rabbit Epsilon, and Tommy Gun 2442.
Yes, Glock actually is back.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Yes.
As I'm sizing the window in the background. Forgot to do that before we went live, but we've kind of had technical difficulties out the yin-yang.
Yeah,
and by we, I mean me.
We're still having them on Glocks in.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Damn it. This pisses me off because I've had that freaking mic for a while now and it just finally broke. It just said no.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's about like the pair of headphones I've had for, what, 6 months now, that the audio quality that they were giving out went on me one day.
That figures.
Like, super muffled, super snowy sounding.
Huh.
I don't even understand it.
No telling. I think, though, I just found my new headphones.
Thankfully, we're going to be able to burn through some of these articles quick to make up for the hour, 15 minutes we're late.
Yeah.
So, with that said, shall we get started?
I guess so. If my computer will cooperate. Thank you. God. It's taking its notions of just randomly being slow. It's not being consistently slow or nothing. It's just random. Anyhow.
Yes. Start off with, we have some PlayStation 4 sales figures. 1 million PlayStation 4s were sold on day one in North America. Yeah. 1 million were sold on day one.
Jeez.
In one place. Not that many, but we will cover that soon.
I'm assuming Glock's typing in the chat that I'm not looking at because of reasons.
Yes, I flash back and forth between the two. Anyway, PlayStation 4 is Sony's fastest selling console, selling through 1 million consoles in just 24 hours. According to Yahoo Japan, this surpasses Sony's previous record with PS2, which reached 1 million sales in 3 days. Wow. Feel bad for the PlayStation 3 now. It's like, oh, let's see, PlayStation 2 sold 1 million in 3 days. PS4 sold 1 million in 1. How long did the PlayStation 3 take? I have to think because of the price it was selling at, not quite a little while.
Yeah, because they were the high end of the price range for that gen.
Yeah, which was a terrible idea.
But they made up for it in the long run.
Yeah. Alright, so SCE President Shishui Yoshida confirmed via Twitter that the 1 million figures represents sales through, meaning that is the number sold directly to consumers. PlayStation 4 has gone through some controversy due to early network issues, and a post quickly taken down from the Electronic Arts help page, but that has not seemed to stymie interest in the system. So, yeah. Nothing's going to be stopping this blue bullet train going right now.
Well, let's see here. You've got Microsoft that bit the big one from pre-day one.
Mm-hmm.
And Sony that's done everything Microsoft did wrong right.
And you have Nintendo kind of going, we'll do good next year.
Nintendo ain't even really trying. They're just like, yep, we'll keep throwing stuff out. We'll just kind of let them kill each other and then we'll mop up the mess.
Yeah, that they do not care about the console war at all. They're just like, oh, we're making money, good. It's all we care about right now. We do not care that if we're in competition with Sony or Microsoft. All we want to do is make money, make games.
I think that's kind of why the Wii U came out a year earlier than the other gen, than the rest of the current gen systems, because of the fact of they're not in the war.
Yeah.
They don't want to be in the war. They're fine with making their money and going home at the end of the day.
Yeah. They're doing right by their customers, for the most part, and they're making great titles of their own.
Yeah, now that they got over the whole Wii stuff.
Yeah. So I said most part. So, shall we talk about the other thing that they forgot to mention in this one?
Sure.
Alright. The PlayStation 4 has its own Light of Death. This time called the Blue Light of Death.
So, BLOD.
Yep.
Although now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, BLOD.
Oh dear. We had enough with X-Bone. Alright, PlayStation 4's launch has gone pretty well as far as sales go, but there are a number of systems that have arrived DOA. So-called Blue Light of Death has been attributed in a variety of systems, and Sony has issued troubleshooting guides for the error. PlayStation short forums listed potential signs like boot indicator light blinking when console powering off after blinking blue. All in all, this error seems to render the console unusable, at least for the time being. Guys suggest possible causes like TV compatibility, issues with the power supply, or hard drive issues. It recommends a different troubleshooting approach for each potential cause, so you'll have to run through them all to rule out all the possibilities if that doesn't work. Sony recommends using its live chat to speak with a representative. It's hard to say just how widespread it is at this moment with the internet coin nickname invoking the infamous Xbox 360 Red Ring error. Sony has already committed to a 0.4% failure rate. That would mean 4,000 of the millions sold so far. Okay. 0.4%.
Yeah. 0.4% failure, but like it says there, that would be 4,000 out of the million sold so far, which by now is far more than a million.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So let's see. How big of the percentage would you think that the Red Ring was?
Depends. Are we talking throughout the whole life of the console, or when it initially occurred?
Let's start initially, then go from there.
I'd venture to say probably a little higher, but not a whole lot. Because, I mean, yeah, it was a thing, but it wasn't a massive thing.
Throughout the console span, then?
Yeah, most. Most of the pre-slims, I'd venture to say, wound up with it.
Yeah. Although we'll say this light is a different type of issue than what the Red Ring of Death was dealing with. Because Red Ring of Death was an overheating issue, if I remember precisely.
Yep, it was overheating of a processor, which actually broke the soldering points and essentially turned loose the processor. So, yeah, it was kind of dead.
Whereas this seems to me not that bad. It seems to be like, oh, it's not compatible with your TV. Oh, there's something kind of up with the power supply, or the hard drive's not working properly. It doesn't seem to be an overheating issue.
Which, to me, that sounds like all of those issues listed off there as potential causes. They all seem to be stuff that a software update could fix.
Yeah.
So that's kind of making you wonder there. I mean, if it is just a software glitch in it, then that's kind of one, a good thing, but two, looks horrible on Sony, especially after the PS3 fiasco.
Yeah,
because that just shows
far better fixable than the Red Ring of Death.
Agreed, but it just would go to show that Sony does not know what the hell they're doing with software. Yeah. Again, that'll be 2 consoles in a row that they would have software issues with if this is just software.
I know I saw somewhere where somebody was saying it's like the PlayStation 4 is running really hot, but I didn't really look into it. So that might not be anything.
Okay, but say it is running hot. If they know how to keep all of that below a max temperature, then they should be fine with it.
Yeah. I mean, any piece of hardware like that will run hot. It's just how hot is too hot for it.
Right.
If it's running hot enough where it's breaking connections, that's a problem.
Talking about you, 360.
Yeah. But if it's just like, oh, it's warm to touch, that's fine. Just about every piece of electronic is warm to touch when it's running. Honestly, that and also the Xbox One's also having its fair share of issues. Saying, heard that some Xbox Ones were having issues at launch. So just going to say, I've not heard it that much. AKA, no major gaming website has covered this. So I have to assume that this isn't a big deal yet. I mean, if IGN and the game trailers are not covering it, it's not a big deal. Because if it was, they'd be all over it.
True.
They have articles up, they have polls up, they would have numbers up by now. But they don't. So this is not as big as it possibly could be, which is a good thing. That said, we're going to move on to, well, something.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe this.
Yeah.
Essentially, Dota 2 will be getting a narrator pack from the Stanley Parable narrator. Now, if you don't know what that game is, don't feel bad. I didn't know what that game is either until someone I watch streams of a lot streamed it.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is either.
Essentially, it's a very artistic title in a way. It's a lot of thought provocation. It's a lot of thinking into the story a lot of interpretation. It's a very artistic game, more than just your normal video game.
And it apparently messes with your head.
Oh,
Quote and block there.
Oh, it kind of does. So, yeah, the Stanley Parable narrator will be narrating your Dota 2 matches alongside Gladys and others. Alright, I get nothing. It's like, because I don't play Dota 2 to begin with. Now for the one I did not read at all except for the title.
Oh, the smelly Xbox One controller?
Yes.
I don't even. That is all there is to say. I don't even.
Alright.
Yes, Glock, smelly.
If you looked at the list of articles, you would actually know. Anyway, Microsoft experimented with smelly Xbox One controller. Anyway, let's see. New Xbox One controller may not look too different from its predecessor, but Microsoft spent millions of dollars developing prototypes, some of which were truly out there, quote unquote. For example, one prototype actually emitted smells.
This sounds like a bad idea from the start right here. Just saying.
You know, movies tried this at one point.
And do they still do it?
Last one that did it was the last Spy Kids movie.
And that's kind of the point there.
Anyway, we've had a whole bunch of brainstorm sessions and built hundreds of models. Microsoft's Sophie Alum said, we looked at concepts like adding displays to the controllers. We looked at concepts like adding smell. We built small slugs of different types of smells that could actually come out of a controller. Alum told Venture Beat. Like as you walk through a jungle, you smelled the flora. Why? Why? Why is this necessary?
To make it feel realistic? I don't know. This kind of seems like a dumb idea.
The other options considered by Microsoft are features found in their competitors' controllers, like including a touchpad from PlayStation 4 and a camera from Wii U. Although Wii U had a touchpad to begin with, but that's beside the point. Well, touch screen, not touchpad, but...
It's a tablet. That's all it is.
They even considered built-in speakers to the controller, much like DualShock 4 and Gamepad, but decided that it wasn't better than what the TV could do. Still, those are far better ideas than smell. You got a great TV with better speakers that we could even put in this controller. We really wanted to be immersed in the experience that's happening in front of them. One of the coolest ideas explored by Microsoft would have emulated the immersive Illumi Room idea by throwing in a tiny projector in the front of the controller. It could beam out ambient visuals around the player. Unfortunately, it was a huge battery drain on the controller, which led to the cutting room floor.
Aw, that one would have actually been good.
Yeah. Why did you consider smells? Seriously. You're thinking of ideas to put into your controller. And smell is one of your first ones, maybe? At least start with what your competitors are doing and go out from there, not go off the goddamn wall.
Glock, you might be right. Glock, you might be right. Taste might be next.
Oh dear, fuck me.
Let's look at the controllers. That's bound to do something.
Oh dear, fuck me. No, the internet has enough of that already. For weird reasons.
Oh god.
That's the thing with attacking the show on G4 back in the day. The female host actually licked the controller for a segment.
Controller licking is what we do.
Seriously, why do you go back in time and then off the wall in order to come up with this idea? Why? It was a terrible idea back then. It's a terrible idea now.
Oh god. Leave it to Microsoft to have some stupid idea.
I mean, I have to give them points for trying to be inventive, but there's such an idea as going too far.
And that would be it.
Yeah. Having smells come out of your controller is too far. I don't Oh, anything else? Anything else would have been far superior?
I don't know why they've got such a big aversion to wired controllers.
Because Wafer.
Or here's an idea. What if instead of packaging the Kinect with an Xbox One, you packaged a device that could project the Luma Room? That actually looks like a good idea.
Or something that functions better than the original PlayStation Eye. Apparently, the old PlayStation Eye camera works better than the Kinect. Or so I've heard.
Oh, I'd say it does.
Think about that for a second. The original PlayStation Eye came out with the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
2! And somehow that is better than the Kinect.
I would venture to believe that. You know why? Sony actually makes cameras, unlike Microsoft.
That I don't even. I don't even. And speaking of, I don't
Smelly.
even.
Oh, the next one?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Just like no.
I venture to say if you still went on eBay, you could find this too.
I don't even want to read this headline. It's that dumb, if you ask me, that I don't even.
Well, I mean, who doesn't want the Xbox One Day One achievement?
People are selling Xbox One Day One achievements on eBay. Special achievement included with limited edition Day One consoles going for $30 to $60 on auction site. And because you say that, let's find out, as of right now, how much they're going for.
Yes, let's.
Oh, I regret this.
Holy fucking shit. There is one on there that's at $530.
No, Glock. It's for real.
Holy fucking shit.
Let me see if I can find the one you're talking about.
I clicked the link in the article. That's all you've got to do. It's the top one. It's one of those you cannot miss it.
$530. For not just the achievement, mind you, but the box.
Yeah.
The box!
Not the console, the box.
The box that the console comes in.
And the achievement.
Internet. You disappoint me. You have found a brand new way to disappoint me.
You know what's sad though? There's anywhere from 2 to 8 people that are that pathetic to spend that much money on it. Because there's 8 bids on that.
I know. Oh, by the way, if we stick around for 6 minutes, we're gonna find out what the final bid is.
I'm almost tempted to leave that up and then us come back to it.
I don't believe this. Actually, I can look at the 8 bids. 4 people. Four.
Oh dear Lord.
It was originally at 150. Then it went to 152, 300, 310, 320, 450, 500, 520, and now 530. At least in white Xbox One, when it went off for like a good chunk of money, was for charity. I've seen people bid $500 for a hot dog from an NFL game. There's not a damn thing special about
it. Got a little box reaction to all this.
Granted, that was way back in the day, but still. Let's see what other prices there are. Let's see, 40, 18. That's $600 for the actual console.
Yeah.
That's $160 for a controller and day 1 achievement card.
Well, I mean, at least with that one, the controller's included. It's not the box and the achievement.
$10 for the achievement. $10.50 for the achievement. 40. 100 for controller and day 1 achievement. 300 for box and achievement. I'm done. I'm just gonna leave this page. We're gonna find out who's the owner of this bloody fucking thing.
The oh my god one. I'm sorry, 530. That what the heck is wrong with you by that point?
People with far too much money.
Oh yeah. And if we stay on this topic for about 3 more minutes, we'll wind up finding out who.
Too much money, too much time.
Meanwhile, I'm flipping over to open up the next few articles.
Like I said, there was an auction for the white Xbox One we talked about, like, God knows how many shows ago. But at least when that auctioned off, it was for charity. Charity. Like, I will look up how much it went for.
I'm sure you'll still find it.
Okay, that's not it, because that was $3,000 for the not charity one.
Really?
$11,300. At least that's for charity. At least there's a reason that's being overbid like fuck. Because it's for charity. Also, it included a year of Xbox Live Gold and all of Microsoft's first-party launch games.
Still laughing.
Again, that's what, triple the price? Like, so over that price? Yeah, it comes with far more than a box and a damn code for a stupid achievement.
Anyway, hi people, I'm back.
Are you actually on a good connection again?
Somewhat. I've got 150 ms take, give or take around 100. Never mind, it just boosted back up to 400. Oh god, that is ridiculous.
I'm sorely tempted to start a list of stupid articles we've read and to just start putting everything that I considered really stupid from a show into that list.
Let's do it starting the show.
Guys, it just went to 560.
Glock, you might want to mute because you're cutting out really badly.
Glock, you're doing
30
like...
seconds. 30 seconds left. Let's see if it'll go any higher.
Oh, God.
Well. And the final number is...
Holy sh...
What'd you holy shit about?
I refreshed and it jumped.
Yeah, it was it went to 60151.
Yeah.
Congratulations to whoever bought that from Tekken for Life.
Oh, God.
Congratulations on your box and your code. I want to move on to happy news now. Let's talk about something that's not stupid.
I want us to hold on just a second and then we can talk about stuff that's not stupid because people are stupid. And... God, that was dumb. $600 for...
Actually, Glock.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Actually, Glock. No. They didn't need $600 to buy an Xbox One console.
They only needed around 500, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They paid for an Xbox box and a code $100 more than they could have just bought a whole new Xbox.
Yep.
And bought another code for like $30.
And another game. And a game too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and a game. Oh God, people are getting stupider each day.
But you know what's worse about that? While that idiot could have went out and bought him another console and had the box and the code, all that wound up happening there was the guy that was auctioning the box and the code just got his Xbox One for free.
No, now that I think about that, I don't know whether I should smack that fool or congratulate him for being one of the smartest people on eBay right now.
I mean,
literally just made his money back on an Xbox One.
Without...
All he had to do was sell the box and a code.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Congratulations, good sir.
You know, if people want boxes, I'll sell boxes. I've got a few of them right here in my room that I would be willing to sell. My God. Jeez. Oh God.
I would have to think that whoever bought that also bought another Xbox One. They just don't have the day one. That, or they have the day
so they
one
wanted the box to say, I have the day one.
Wonder why? I want to move on to the happy news.
You know, that's what's funny. It's an achievement. What the heck good does it do you?
They would pay $600.
You get a grand total of, oh, I know, 0 gamer score for it. Because I highly doubt Microsoft would have put any gamer score on it. It's, oh God. Yes, let's move on. God.
I wonder what Microsoft's reaction to this. I wonder what their reaction to this is.
They're probably laughing their ass off. And they're probably thinking about for the next console doing a pre-order achievement along with the day one achievement, just for kicks and giggles.
Okay. I think we all need less. We need some more love and less hate of everyone in the world right now. Just a bit.
I find this hilarious.
I love these people because I can laugh at them.
Of course, I find it hilarious for two reasons. One, stupid people getting scammed is just funny.
Yes.
And then two, someone that's willing to take advantage of someone stupid is even funnier.
Oh God!
You know,
I'm
if I just had that
right
code right now,
I'm
I'd probably have an
so
extra
hard.
like $40 in my pocket already.
Oh, you could have more than that. You could have more than that.
I would literally just start that off as like $20. That would be just enough to cover shipping, and I'd be like, I don't care. Let's just see where this goes.
That would be one of those. That would be one of those moments where I would wish I had a code, because I would throw it up on eBay starting bid at like $5.
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it, to see where it goes.
I'm gonna type in box. Just see how bad this is. I'm gonna type in box and see what the prices go for. And they're all sort of rare tops boxes. Never mind.
Alright. Time for happy news. My happy news, I mean, time for me to go about Persona for like an hour.
Oh yeah.
$1.99.
Now we done got Glock stuck on boxes.
Moving on.
Glock, like I said earlier, I've got enough boxes in my room. If you really want to buy one, just holler.
99 cents. $16.99.
Anyway. Moving on.
And this guy bought a box for. Oh,
this
God.
past Sunday, Atlas had their Persona announcement. Now, we all knew that Persona 5 was going to be announced because we know they've been working on it for like the past year or so. What we didn't expect is that not only would they announce Persona 5, not only would they show off more for Persona for the second Arena title, they would show off 2 more Persona games. And guess when all these games are going to be coming out?
Same day?
Next year.
That would be hilarious. Okay.
All of them are coming out next year. All of them.
Oh, God.
We're going to begin and end with the 2 things that people expected, and we will have in the middle the 2 things no one saw coming. And if you say you saw what we have listed as third coming, I will smack you silly, because I guarantee you, because you are lying. No one should have saw that third one coming. No one.
I don't even believe it by what I see on the top of there.
Nobody should have.
Anyway, starting things off with Persona 5.
Why are games so cheap?
I don't know. Moving on.
I just found Mass Effect Mass Effect 3 for $8.
Probably because it's a piece of crap disc. I said disc, not game. Disc.
The ending of it's a piece of crap too, but I mean.
I
leave
thought
that
you were
alone.
dissing the game again.
And damn it, Glock, you mentioned the game that shall not be mentioned.
Maybe they'll come out with DLC and it'll make it all better.
No, they tried that and they didn't do.
Sorry.
Anyway, talking about Persona 5 now.
Maybe they'll do something. Okay.
They announced Persona 5 is coming out for the PlayStation 3. No, that is not a typo. It actually is coming out for the PlayStation 3. Before anyone starts to complain about this, I'm going to point something out. I looked this up when I found out about this. Anyone want to take bets on when Persona 4 came out?
During the
I done got the article there, so.
Persona 4 came out July 10th, 2008. That was the earliest it came out, and that was in Japan on the PlayStation 2. Now, does anyone remember when the PlayStation 3 came out?
Right offhand, no.
In Japan, November 11th, 2006.
Jeez.
What?
Yes, Persona 4 came out on the PlayStation 2 well after the PlayStation 3's launch. Atlas doesn't care. They are more than happy to put the game out on whatever the hell they want. And honestly, they're probably going to get a much bigger audience for a Persona 5 on the PlayStation 3 than they will on the PlayStation 4.
True.
So, Atlas is just like, oh, we're going to come out on the PlayStation 3 because we can. No other reason.
Well, you know what's funny, though? You said about Persona 4 coming out on the PS2.
The Xbox One.
In all actuality, that wasn't a problem because it could still be played on the PS3.
Right.
The only downside that comes into it is you've got people that'll probably be hopping in on the PS4 that won't be able to play the past games, so they won't be able to play it right now.
The only way they will is through Genkai streaming.
Right.
I believe. Which is not up and running yet.
Oh, yeah, because there's no...
Yeah, and they weren't planning on bringing that into the picture till next year.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm sure one of the first games that they'll have on it is one of the Uncharted games.
Oh, they'll have the entire Uncharted trilogy.
I'm just going to shut up now. I'm just going to shut up now because I'm being completely ignored.
We can barely catch anything you say because you kind of skip every third word. He muted his mic. Nope. Alright. Anyway. Now, if you're wondering if we have any other additional information on Persona 5, we don't. We have the teaser. And a date. Approximately. And a console. That's it. But, granted, we have like 3 other games to cover, so. And they also ended off with this, I believe. So with that said, shall we look at the teaser?
It will load. Really? It refuses to load.
Okay, go on.
It refuses to load.
Oh dear.
Really? Really? Whoops. Really? Oh, come on.
It's 56 seconds long.
You see what I had to do right there, right?
No. Oh. Now I see.
Damn it, just give me the link to the YouTube video. Fucking GameSpot site's not loading at all now. It just fucking loaded, didn't it? Alright. Let's try this again. I'm ready.
Alright, looking at the Persona 5 teaser in 3, 2, 1, go.
That proceeded to go nowhere.
Yep. Like I said, teaser. And by teaser, I mean, oh, by the way, here's our first official announcement of the title. We're not going to tell you anything else now. Because, we'll just save it for, like, TGS next year. Not us, Tokyo Game Show.
Oh, God. That's kind of funny right there.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah. Thankfully, we'll get some more. Thankfully, it only goes up from here.
Hopefully.
Alright, now next up is Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth. Now, let me pull up the Persona Wiki, because that has all the information I need. Essentially, Persona Q, outside of having a title that looks straight out of Scooby-Doo. Seriously, it looks like it has the title, how the title looks, it looks like it's pulled straight out of Scooby-Doo. Now, Persona Q will see a crossover between the Persona 3 and 4 teams. So, C's from Persona 3 and the investigation team for Persona 4. The difference being from Persona Arena is that this is not tied to the story of either game. For this involves the entire investigation team and the entire cast of C's, including characters who may or may not be dead. I will say no more, for spoiler reasons. Let's just say characters that will probably never make an appearance in Persona 4 Arena right now are in this game. Yeah, sees a crossover between the two. And the story revolves around a rumor that involves the so-called 7 Wonders of Yasogami High, which is the school from Persona 4. And a mysterious clock tower and a labyrinth that appear out of nowhere on the schoolyard during the culture festival of Yasogami High. According to said rumor, whoever hears the sound of the tower's bell will die. The bell's chime was also heard in Tartarus by the members of C's, who find themselves transported to Yasogami High. The only way to return the world to its original state seems to be hidden within Zen and Rei. However, both Zen and Rei have lost their memories. So again, this is like pulling the investigation team straight out of Persona 3, or not the investigation team out of Persona 4, and the Siege team straight out of Persona 3 at some point, and just smacking them together.
Huh.
So don't expect this to have any ties to any past, present, or future titles at all.
It's just gonna kind of be their one-off kind of deal.
Yes. Also, this is coming out on 3DS. So, Atlas, as my quick draw is going to say, don't let this only come out in Japan. You have Sega backing you.
Yeah, Sega focuses Japan first, though. Which is the main reason why we don't have Phantasy Star Online 2 over here yet.
But still, Persona has quite the fan base here on this side of the ocean. Let this come out in America. Because the 3DS is region locked. Please, Atlas. Pretty please. Because 3 of these 4 games, I am buying day 1 next year. I'll let you decide on which one isn't.
I'm assuming the next one we're going to talk about.
Pretty much. Anyway, shall we look at Persona Q?
Yep.
Alright, starting up the trailer in 3, 2, 1, go. Also, everything's in Japanese, so don't expect to understand a damn word. Unless you're used to subtitles by now, it can pick up on some words. Also, since this is coming out on the 3DS, this marks the first time a Persona title is going outside of the Sony family of consoles. And portables.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is the first non-Sony Persona game.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the first Persona Nintendo game ever. So, yeah. Atlas, I kind of want this game just because, A, I get Scooby-Doo vibes off this, and B, it's the Persona 3 and 4 teams crossing over, and what I have to assume is a damn near comedic title. So, what do you think?
I'm kind of getting those Scooby-Doo vibes off of it, too.
It works because mystery and investigation are central to both 3 and 4. More in 4 than 3 in my experience so far, but yeah. So, it works. Now, I'm excited for this. Now, the next one is the one I'm probably not going to buy day 1 or at all because I don't really have that much interest in this. Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
So you mean to tell me you don't want to dance all night?
No. Now, this is a rhythm game, and apparently this has a story. That's coming out on the Vita. Story takes place half a year after the Innova City serial murder case was solved, and Risei returns to the world of entertainment, as rumors have been spreading that at midnight, if you see a strange video playing on a certain site, you're transported to the other side and will never wake up again. Members of the idol group Kanamin Kitchen, which includes Risei's underclassmen Kanami Mashita, are disappearing in the game. Players engage in a dance battle with the shadows and the mysterious world of Mayonaka Stage, which is a recurring name throughout all of Persona 4's story. Well, anything Persona 4 related. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe I just said a rhythm game has a story. Granted, the pretty well-known DS series of games is a rhythm series, has a story to it too, but never thought I'd say Persona rhythm game.
And has a story.
Yeah. Although I'm sure that the story is pretty good. So, queued up and ready?
Yep.
Alright, looking at Persona 4 dancing all night in 3, 2, 1, go. Hi, Teddy. Oh dear fuck, there's a disco ball.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Best hit Persona sound. Here we go. Risei Fujikawa from Yasuinama. おばあちゃんちの豆腐屋手伝っていたみたいですが、この度見事にアイドルとして復帰。小悪魔的な魅力健在。藤川リサのダンスによ、check it out. Unbelievable. Could you imagine the step? It's genius. 我らがヒーロー、今度はダンスでシャドウをノックダウン。ニューフェイスカナミン。先輩アイドル
And that is a remix of the opening theme for Persona 4.
リレーテッドしちゃうみたいです。
Hmm.
This smile is ネギトラ。
Which apparently this game's gonna have remixes of all the Persona 4 soundtrack.
リズムアクションならレイビットリーなディンゴとアトラス。かなりアーネスト。こう見えてもストーリーは
Did they really have to make Teddy into a disco ball?
ソーナーシリーズ。PlayStation Vita で送る
Seriously?
プロ P サウンドアクション。Persona 4 Dancing All Night。2014年秋オンセール。Don't miss it, baby.
Well,
Yeah.
what do you think?
I understand why you're not getting it day one or ever.
As much as this seems like a dumb idea, and somehow Atlas is going to pull it off. Also, if you see down there in the corner, yes, that is kanji cross-dressing. I so hope that no. Oh no. No. That's from the Miss Yasogami pageant contest. I give you no context for that deserves to be experienced.
Hmm.
I'll just leave it to your imagination on why kanji is just like Marilyn Monroe.
Hmm. Anyway.
Yeah, that was before Persona Dancing All Night. Now we move on to Arena 2. I'm calling it